Some pets are cute, some are loyal, and some cost more than a private island. Welcome to the world where animals aren't companions, they're status symbols. Today we're counting down the 10 most expensive animals only billionaires can afford. 10. The stag beetle, nature's living diamond at $89,000. Kicking off the list at number 10 is something you'd never expect, an insect that costs more than a luxury car. Yep, we're talking about the stag beetle. Not the kind buzzing around your backyard, but a seriously rare breed with massive antler-like jaws that look straight out of a fantasy movie. In Japan, these beetles aren't just bugs, they're symbols of strength and fortune. Some collectors genuinely believe they bring wealth, which is kind of hilarious considering you already need to be rich to buy one. The craziest sale? One beetle went for $89,000. That's right, 89 grand for a bug. Why is it so expensive? It's the perfect mix of rarity, cultural legend, and sheer weirdness. The biggest ones grow up to 3.3 inches and look like tiny armored tanks. And apparently, there's an old myth that wearing a stag beetle on your head protects you from lightning. No clue who tried that, but hey, when you're a billionaire, why not? 9. The Savannah cat, the $50,000 mini leopard. At number 9, say hello to the Savannah cat, a feline that looks like it moonlights in the wild but sleeps on Egyptian cotton. This exotic beauty is a hybrid between a domestic cat and a wild African serval, and trust us, it shows. With those long legs, spotted coats, and piercing eyes, it's basically a mini leopard that wants belly rubs. Prices range anywhere from $2,000 to a jaw-dropping $50,000, depending on how close they are to their wild roots. The F1 generation, those with over 50% serval DNA, are the priciest. They're rare, harder to breed, and come with all the untamed charisma you'd expect. But this isn't just a big kitty with a fancy price tag. Savannah cats can reach 25 pounds, learn tricks, walk on leashes, and fetch like dogs, only with way more attitude. Celebrities love them. Breeders guard them, and billionaire pet lovers can't get enough. If your pet looks like it belongs on a National Geographic special, you're probably doing all right. 8. The chimpanzee, our $250,000 closest relative. At number 8, things get a little complicated because we're talking about chimpanzees. These aren't just animals, they're practically distant cousins, sharing 98% of our DNA. And owning one? That'll set you back anywhere from $60,000 to $300,000. Baby chimps alone can go for $150,000. That's not a typo. Why the sky-high price? Well, chimps are insanely smart. They can learn sign language, use tools, solve puzzles, and form deep emotional connections. It's like adopting a child who never grows up, but with more fur and way more chaos. But here's the catch. A chimp isn't just a pet. It's a decades-long commitment. They can live up to 50 years, need constant mental stimulation, and don't exactly do well cooped up in a mansion. Without the right care, they can become aggressive or downright destructive. Michael Jackson had bubbles, and sure, it looked cute on camera, but most experts now say, unless you're running a primate sanctuary, leave chimps where they belong, with their own kind. 7. The palm cockatoo, the $16,000 drummer of the sky. At number 7, meet the palm cockatoo, aka the Goliath cockatoo. Priced around $16,000, this jet black bird with a fire engine red cheek patch and a punk rock mohawk isn't just stunning, it's a full-on rock star. What makes this bird truly next level? It drums. Seriously, the palm cockatoo is the only bird known to craft tools, sticks specifically, to bang out rhythms on hollow trees. It's nature's own drummer, dropping beats in the wild like it's on tour. And this isn't some short-lived novelty. These birds can live up to 90 years. That's longer than most luxury cars last, and way more interactive. But that longevity, along with extreme rarity, drives the price way up. Breeding is tough. Females lay just one egg every 2 years. Add in the fact they're loud, needy, and super smart, and you've got yourself the most demanding but musically gifted roommate ever. Native to New Guinea and Northern Australia, even getting one requires serious logistics. But if you want an actual bird that plays its own drums, look no further. 6. The lavender albino python, the $40,000 living jewel. Coming in at number 6 is the jaw-dropping lavender albino python, a reptile so rare and stunning it looks like it slithered straight out of a fantasy novel. With its soft lavender body and vibrant orange patterns, this isn't your average snake. It's a living, breathing piece of art, and it can cost up to $40,000. That insane price tag comes down to genetics. The lavender coloring is the result of a rare recessive mutation that only elite breeders have been able to replicate. Every successful hatchling is basically a biological miracle, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for the privilege. But looks aren't everything. These pythons are known for their calm, docile nature. They live up to 20 years, grow to about 6 feet long, and make surprisingly low-maintenance pets for the ultra-rich reptile lover. The $40,000 record sale for a single python proves one thing. When it comes to exotic pets, beauty, rarity, and chill vibes make one seriously valuable combo. 5. The white lion cub, the $140,000 royal predator. Roaring into 5th place are the majestic white lion cubs, easily some of the rarest and most breathtaking animals on Earth. These aren't albino lions, by the way. Their snowy coats come from a condition called leucism, which keeps their golden or icy blue eyes intact while giving them that ethereal, all-white look. And if you want one, be ready to drop up to $140,000. Why is it so expensive? Because getting a white lion is like hitting the genetic lottery. Both parents have to carry the recessive gene, and successful breeding is no small feat. They're nearly extinct in the wild, so most live in private collections or carefully controlled programs. But the real cost isn't just the price tag. These cuddly-looking cubs grow into 400-pound predators. That means massive enclosures, expert handlers, and a feeding bill that rivals a steakhouse. Royals and A-list celebs have owned them as living status symbols, but the legal red tape is serious. And unless you have endless resources and a private wildlife reserve, maybe stick to watching them on documentaries. 4. The Missy Holstein, the $1.2 million milk machine. At number 4, meet Missy, the $1 million cow that turned the dairy world upside down. Sold for a staggering $1.2 million in 2009, this wasn't just a Holstein with good posture. Missy was a genetic powerhouse, producing 50% more milk than the average Holstein and winning every major show she entered like it was no big deal. But the real reason she fetched such a mind-blowing price? Genetics. Buyers didn't just want her milk, they wanted her DNA. Owning Missy meant owning the rights to her embryos, offspring, and a bloodline that could supercharge dairy farms around the globe. Think of her less like a cow and more like a walking, mooing biotech investment. She racked up titles like Grand Champion at the Western Fall Nationals and snagged both All-Canadian and All-American honors. Basically, she was the Beyoncé of bovines. Purchased by a joint team from Denmark, the US, and Canada, Missy wasn't just a cow. She was global dairy royalty and a long-term bet on superior breeding. 3. The Sir Lancelot Encore, the $16 million cloned companion. Taking 3rd place and the bronze medal is Sir Lancelot Encore, the world's first commercially cloned dog and quite possibly the most expensive tail wagger in history. This yellow Labrador wasn't just a pet, he was a $16 million science experiment wrapped in fur. The story starts with Edgar and Nina Otto, a wealthy couple from Florida who were heartbroken when their beloved dog, Sir Lancelot, passed away from cancer in 2008. But they had a plan. Years earlier, they'd preserved his DNA. So when BioArts International held an auction for pet cloning, they didn't hesitate. The cloning itself cost $155,000, but by the time you factor in the research, development, and all the scientific bells and whistles, the total soared to a mind-boggling $16 million. The actual cloning happened in South Korea, where scientists used Lancelot's DNA and a surrogate Irish setter to bring him back. And according to the Ottos, Sir Lancelot Encore wasn't just a look-alike, he had the same habits, quirks, and even the exact same paw-crossing pose. As if that wasn't wild enough, he went on to father 8 healthy puppies. Cloning. Officially not just for sci-fi movies anymore. 2. The new Kim racing pigeon, the $1.9 million flying fortune. The silver medal goes to New Kim, a Belgian racing pigeon who shattered records with a jaw-dropping $1.9 million sale in 2020. At first glance, she might look like your average park bird, but in the elite world of pigeon racing, New Kim was pure gold. Crowned Belgium's best young bird in 2018, her bloodline and performance sparked a frenzied bidding war between 2 anonymous Chinese buyers, Super Duper and Hitman. In the final 30 minutes alone, the price jumped by $325,000. Spoiler, Super Duper won. And fun fact, he already owned the previous record-holding pigeon, Armando, bought for $1.4 million. But what makes these birds worth more than a sports car? It's all about genetics and performance. Racing pigeons like New Kim can fly over 60 miles per hour for hundreds of miles, and winners rake in serious prize money. New Kim isn't just a bird. She's a breeding machine with million-dollar genes poised to create a dynasty of flying legends in a sport that's huge in China. 1. The S Legend Koi, the $1.8 million swimming artwork. Taking the crown at number 1 is S Legend, a Kohaku koi fish that sold for a jaw-dropping $1.8 million in 2018. This 39-inch aquatic icon wasn't just a fish, she was a swimming masterpiece bred at Japan's prestigious Sakai Fish Farm. With flawless red and white coloration, perfect symmetry, and graceful movement, she ticked every box in the world of elite koi judging. But what really made her priceless was her breeding power, capable of producing 100,000 eggs per season, each potentially worth thousands. Though she passed away in 2019, S Legend's legacy still ripples through ponds across the world. From 89,000 bugs to million-dollar koi, these aren't pets, they're power moves. Would you spend that much for beauty, legacy, or bragging rights? Let us know in the comments. And if you love diving into the wild world of billionaire living, hit that subscribe button for more jaw-dropping stories.